So I know a lot of women, single women, want to be homeowners. You gotta have some money. I'm letting you know right now, you need to have maintenance money, you need to have emergency money, you need to just have some money because every time you look around, something's wrong. So I'm just now trying to figure out why my basement kept having water running down in it. And every time I would look in here, I couldn't see what was going on. So what I did was I pulled everything out and turned the water on, and lo and behold, there's a waterfall. So I need to get a bucket or something that could fit under there. That one won't fit. I'll show you. Who has time to be worried about some water, but it's going all the way down in the basement, all over my floor, and it's gotten worse. That's what happens when you just keep on putting stuff off. All right, let me show y'all. All right, so I got a little small bucket thing. That's not a bucket, that's a bowl. What is that? Why is it doing that? So, I don't know what's happening. But a man will tell you, see, that's why y'all want to be single and have your own stuff, do my own thing. Y'all say y'all don't need men, but y'all need us. Yeah, we do need y'all. I ain't gonna lie about that. I ain't never saying I never need no man. I need more people than I know. So, I'm just saying it to say, you need some money, or you need somebody that you know how to fix those kind of things, or you might know how to do it yourself. So, this kitchen looks like I don't know what, because I pulled everything out. I didn't put all my dishes away, and so forth and so on. But yeah, guys, when you are a homeowner, it's not just paying no mortgage. It's just not paying your insurance. It's not just paying your taxes. It's like all the time. You need something all the time. So it's always good to have, I'm gonna say, at least 3 men in your pocket. Keep you 3 men in your life. That don't mean you having sex with them. Just means they can help you in these kind of needs. So I already made my phone call. I made 2 phone calls actually, and hopefully somebody will come through soon. Another thing is you have to stay on top of stuff all the time. So I bought this nice size house. My house ain't number 1,200 square feet. I'm sorry, 1,240. But that's with the garage, 2-car garage on there, which is a nice size house, but kind of big in a way, because when I bought my house at 27, I had planned on having a family. No, let me take that back. I bought it just in case I did have a family. I'll say that. I didn't plan on having a family, but had I had one, this would have been a nice size house for us to live in, and that didn't happen that way. So I ended up with all this house by myself. But as long as I got a job, as long as I got money coming in, I can get the work done. I don't know what that is. So I'm saying that to say, yeah, you better find your life, have your life together. Move, dog. Another thing is about being a single homeowner. If you're doing everything by yourself, like the yard work and the house, it can be overwhelming, and something ain't gonna get done. So something will get neglected. I'll show you my yard. Guys, it is hot out here today. So my grass looked a whole lot better. It was worse than this. So all I do is just cut the grass and do the yard work as far as that, and like my shrubs and plants. I need to come out here and water my plants because they are not doing well. All this is mine, and I'm not even showing you my backyard or my side yard. I'm saying that to say, I get yard treatment, and people be telling me, well, you know, you can do that yourself. You can save money. I'm not trying to save money in every aspect of my life. I can't do it all. So I pay yearly, which is like this year was $1,600 to have yard work done. Yeah, I dropped that money because I'm not cutting grass, taking care of a house, and treating the yard. But eventually, I'm gonna have to drop cutting the yard because I am getting older. I'm not 27 anymore. I'm 55. So at a certain point, I'm gonna have to stop. I might stop cutting the grass, but we'll see about that because some people still cut their grass at 80 years old. However, they have another person to help you. So like for me, I've been focusing a lot on getting the house on the inside together to where the outside gets neglected. Then I focus on outside, and then the inside get neglected. When you have a team, this is why they say it's kind of good to have a woman and a man in the house to take care of a household. Because if you have a team, if you're a couple, it's easier to manage. Good thing is, where's it going to go? If I get behind on my work, where's it going to go? I get it when I get it. That's what I do. That is exactly what I do. So just letting you guys know, you want to be a homeowner and you're a single woman, even a single man, not just a woman, even a single man, it's not that easy. So people want all these big old extravagant homes. Guys, the bigger your house, the bigger your problems, the bigger your money need to be. Because just like now, I'm learning that a lot of people can't afford their homes. They're losing them because the way that things are going today, the government, whoever they are, the assessor's office, they're raising our taxes up to high hell. So if your taxes are with your home, with your mortgage, you can't afford it if they just hike your stuff up like 45 and 65%. So for me, when I first bought the house, I did have my house notes and my insurance and my real estate taxes included with my house note. Then I got smart. So I refinanced my house like 5 times because I was young and dumb and doing dumb stuff, spending money like crazy. And I took the homeowners out of my house note, homeowners insurance, and my real estate taxes out of my house note, because we don't realize it. If you leave those two things in your house note, you're paying compounded interest on that for 30 years. Like, why would I pay? Like, why was I paying for all that, for 30 years compounded interest? So I took it out. So I ended up just having a house note, and I'll just pay my real estate taxes at the end of the year, and I pay my monthly insurance on the house separately. I will say this, it can get scary if you ain't got the money at the end of the year. So that's why a lot of people keep their everything combined. I don't want to have to worry about it. Well, you're going to worry about something. Either you want to save money or just run the risk of just paying it late. If you pay it late, it's not a big thing. At least you won't be paying compounded interest on it. It just charge you a little bit of extra money. I think up to 4 months. And then after that, you don't have to worry about no more extra money after that. But it's not easy, guys, being a homeowner. You just learn how to adapt. So from 1997 to 2025, I've learned how to adapt. Whatever I can't do, I get somebody else to do it. If I can't get them to do it, it just gets done when it gets done. That's it. Don't worry about it. But if I were you guys, if you're looking to buy a house today in 2025, I wouldn't buy one. I wouldn't buy one because they price gouging these houses. These people that sat there and bought these homes back when COVID was hitting 21, 22, 23. These investors came in, fixed the houses up, and charged you guys out the asshole to be able, to make a sale, and they overcharging you. So you bought a house that was not worth $40,000 and $50,000 over what it's worth. My neighbor over there, they bought those two homes overpriced and ended up raising our taxes up around the neighborhood. So right now, houses are not selling as fast like they were. As a matter of fact, the people who bought the houses in 21, 22, and 23 are trying to get rid of them because they're upside down in it. They're going to be in a hole if they try to sell it today. It's not a seller's market at this time. It's a buyer's market. So you can probably get a good deal, maybe. But if you ever do decide to buy a house, make sure you get your own personal inspection on your home. Did I do that? Nope. I'm going to tell you what happened. So by me not getting my own personal inspection on my home, because I bought my house from an investor. He said, don't worry about it. I'll pay for it for you. I got you. The house is going to be okay. And sure enough, I didn't get an inspection on my home. Years later down the line, I decided I wanted to have a business on my home. So my side of the street, we can have commercial businesses. Across the street, we can't. So on my side of the street, I was able to have a little small business if I wanted to in my basement. And the city inspector came by to see if my house would be approved to be a business. And he came over, went downstairs in my basement, and he looked and he said, "You see all this mud? You see all this dirt?" He said, "That's water damage. Your house is not gonna pass for a inspection. You have to get that fixed." I said, "Okay." So I'm young and hungry. I'm like 30 years old. I said, "Okay." So I called this one guy over, He was a handyman, and he brought his son over, and he went straight to the basement to look at the bathroom, and he said, "Miss, this this is not water damage." I said, "Well, what is it?" He said, "You have termites." I said, "I said, termites?" He said, "Yeah, you have termites." He said, "Watch what I tell you." So he had taken this long hammer type wrench thing, and he banged it against the what we thought was water damage. And when he banged it, all these termites just fell out. It looked like white rice, and it fell to the ground. And me and his young son just took off running because we didn't know what it was. It looked like rice to me. He said, "You see that?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "This is termite tunnels all through your bathroom." I mean, guys, all through the wood. They chewed it up. They chewed up all that wood. They tore up my bathroom, guys. So he said, "You have a colony of termites too." He said, "Have you been seeing some bugs on the floor crawling around?" And I said, "Yeah, in my kitchen." He said, "Yeah, because they came up through the kitchen." He said, "Yeah, the termites lose their wings after like 24 hours. And they're called the maters. And what they do is just mate for 24 hours or 48 hours, however long. And they drop their wings and they just crawl around until they die." I'm like, "Okay." And he was saying, "You see all those termites that fell out?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Those are the workers." And what they were doing was chewing the wood, adding spit to it or some crazy stuff he was saying, and was traveling through all those tunnels they made in my bathroom ceiling and chewed up stuff. They was taking the work down to the soldiers was taking the work down. I'm sorry, not the soldiers. The workers was taking it down to the queen. "You have a queen somewhere in your yard." I said, "What?" He said, "Then you have soldiers." He was telling me all about the colony. If you have a colony of termites, you in trouble. So thankfully, we caught it in time, and they never did travel through the rest of my house. But had I had an inspection, I would have caught that too. So what happened in the end was, I ended up calling a termite, a pest control company. They came over and they put a pump. They put a pump in my yard that would always produce stuff that would keep the termites away. Today, in 2025, I heard that you have to pay a monthly fee for that. They don't do the pumps or something no more. I don't know. But I'm thankful that I don't have to pay on a regular basis. Now, I did have a yearly subscription for them to come over every year to check to see if I had termites. And every year for 20-some years, they said, "Nope, no termites. Nope, no termites." So I just went on to cancel it because if I got a pump, I shouldn't have any termites. So they drilled holes all around my house and they hooked I don't know, they did something to where now it's a constant flow of termite juice, and I don't have no more termites. Just imagine had I not said I wanted a business. Me looking at the mud tunnels around my bathroom just looked like nothing. My eye didn't recognize it. If you don't have the eye for stuff, you don't know what you're doing. So a lot of these people buying these brand new homes, not getting their own homeowners inspections. You're gonna be asked out if you don't get your homeowners inspections. And then they overpricing these homes, and then they raising up your rate for your homeowners insurance. Your homeowners insurance never goes up and down unless you get a variable rate. Don't ever get a variable rate. That means that your house note can go up or down whenever the interest rate goes up and down. And if your stuff goes up like 20% more than your house note, you're gonna be in trouble. You can't afford it. So if you ever buy a house, make sure it's a fixed rate. The water's still dripping. Make sure it's a fixed rate, and if you can, pay your taxes and insurance outside of your house note. It's kind of hard though. If you can't do it, don't do that. And make sure you get a homeowner's inspection. Always get a homeowner's inspection, guys. And stop buying these overpriced homes. You could just wait. Well, paying rent is way higher. Yeah, it's higher, but at least you know what your house note will be every month. And you can't lose that. You can lose your house. So make sure you're paying attention to stuff like that, because guys, it is something else being a homeowner. All right. Get out of my stuff, little boy. All right, that's a dog. He's sniffing out the scene. What else I want to tell you about a house? The maintenance, guys. The upkeep. And I've been seeing people online say they hate that they bought a house. I don't hate that I bought my house. I bought my house at a good time. I bought it when I was young, and I don't have a house note. I don't have all that. All I have to do now is maintain, but it's costly just to maintain. So I ended up having a good deal, except for the termites. and everything's still okay. All right, guys, I just want to talk to you briefly about being a homeowner, how much you need money all the time. And we ain't making that much money today. These jobs are not paying you. As a matter of fact, hardly ain't no jobs. Remember back a few years ago, it was jobs available all the time. Not now. So you're going to have to keep up with your money coming in and stuff like that. You might have to have 2 or 3 jobs just to keep up with the inflation. Inflation is out the wazoo. It doesn't make any sense for inflation to be that damn high. But to have somebody come to your house and do some type of repairs, you're gonna pay some money. I bought my roof back in 2001. A nice roof. It's 2025. My roof is still nice. No water leaks, no nothing. Back in 2001. Oh, my phone ringing. Back in 2001. I'm about to call him back. Back in 2001, my roof was $3,000. My same roof today, I think it's probably $8,000 to $10,000. The same roof. Well, it ain't the same roof, but it costs more. All right, so just be ready. And even if you are ready, you're gonna always spend some extra money. Everything is unpredictable when you're a homeowner. Anything could pop off. Anything. So look at my neighbor. She out there now. It's a cool thing about staying on top of the hill. Being on the corner house, you can look at all your neighbors and see what they're doing. All right, I need to clean my window. All right, guys, so I'll probably see you guys soon, and have a good one. Make good money decisions. Don't go into no house unless you are ready. If you don't have enough money, it's okay. Wait. I don't think you should buy a house now anyway. I don't think you should buy a house. It's a jacked up time to buy a house. If your rent is only $1,200 or $1,400 wherever you are, if it's $2,500, just know it's gonna be more than that when you buy a house per month, plus maintenance and other bull crap. What else I want to tell you guys? Oh, and another thing, the real estate agent ain't gonna tell you the truth. Back when I was used to be a real estate agent when I was 20 years old. We had to disclose everything. These real estate agents today, they don't tell you the truth. Don't believe what they say. Always investigate, research, and try your best to get the best answer, because they don't tell you the truth, guys. Even lending agencies, they don't tell you the truth about stuff. So, for example, when I'm gonna tell you what they're doing now. So, for example, the new thing now is buy all these houses built from the ground up, and when you go and look at the property lots, you say, you know what, I want this lot right here. And so you'll say, well, how much will my taxes be, if I bought my house here? Oh, your taxes a year be about $3,000. You'd be like, oh, okay, that's cool, I can afford that. Shoot, don't give me that house. I want this house. You put a contract on the house, you cool for about a year or two. After they built the house. Because you don't know. Once they build a house, your taxes are going to go up even higher. So when they give you an estimate of your taxes of your lot, that's just the estimate of the lot. They don't tell you that your tax is going to go up again when you put the house on the lot. Then it's going to go up double or triple. So you think, oh shoot, I'm buying this house for $3,000 a year on my taxes. I'm cool. Then 1 or 2 years later, the assessor's office has reassessed the property with your lot. Now your house note is $8,000. You be like, God bless America, I can't afford this. And that's why a lot of people are losing their homes, because the real estate agents ain't telling you the truth, and the lending offices are not telling you the truth. All they want to do is make quick money. They don't disclose certain things to you. So no, if you ever want to buy a house built from the ground up, they're going to tell you how much the taxes may be estimate on the lot by itself. You need to ask questions about how much you think it may be when you put the house on the lot, because it's going to go double or triple the amount. Who can go from having a 29? I can't afford. Guys, it's kind of average. People have $2,000 house notes. I can't do it. But just imagine you got a $2,000 house note. That's including your taxes and insurance, and then on top of that, 2 years later, they add another $3,000 because your house has gone up in value. So now you're paying a $5,000 house note that you didn't ask for that. No, you told me my house note is going to stay the same, and my tax on my house is going to be this amount. Well, they don't tell you that the property value goes up, which means your house note never goes up, but the taxes will. So So you used to paying $2,000 a month for your little stuff, but it can go up to $7,000 within 2 or 3 years, and you like, what is this? Guys, be careful when you buy these homes out here. They're overpriced, and they'll sell you anything just to make a quick buck. They're not truthful. They ain't like the 90s. They ain't like the 90s and 80s and stuff like that. This is a brand new day. It's everybody for themselves today in 2025. Everything go down in 2025, all right? So make good decisions. Make sure you do a lot of research. Don't be in a hurry to go buy a house. It's not easy. It's not cheap. And another thing, a lending company will tell you, well, you know what, you can afford this $440,000 house. If they tell you $440, look for a house around $220. Because they don't tell you about the other stuff. That's just an example. They tell you $440, look for a house that's $300,000. As a matter of fact, if you want to stay at least $100,000 or more, less than what they say. So if they say you can afford this $440. Look for houses $100-something thousand, $200,000, or even $300-something thousand. Never go by what they say, because that'll give you enough room to have some cushion. So if something pop off, like your house note ends up being astronomically high, you have wiggle room, you have a cushion in there. Or I can still afford this because I didn't buy the maximum house price that they told me I could buy. So everybody, because they're gonna try to sell you the house at $440. As a matter of fact, they're gonna try to sell you a house that's a little bit more than $440. Don't ever do it. They don't never tell you the truth, guys. Not now. Not today. All right? So make sure you make good money decisions. Don't be in a rush to buy a house. Don't be in a rush to buy a house, because them sellers that's trying to get out them 2021 homes and 2022 and the 2023 homes and even 2024, they got screwed. And so they want to get out of it real fast and try to sell it to you. And one more thing, I'm going to get off this phone. Don't ever buy a condo. Don't ever buy a condominium, guys. Never, ever, ever mess with them gangsters, because they will take your house and you'll be homeless. You have a bunch of liens, a bunch of bull crap they're going to accuse you of. They'll give you fines because you have a raggedy mailbox. They give you a fine because your grass grew brown next door of somebody else. Don't ever buy a condo. That's the worst investment to buy, guys. It's easy to get into and hard to get out of. When you're in there, they bully you. They try to take over they try to take your house if you don't comply. It's like a little community of gang members saying you better do this, you better do that. And if you don't do it, they gonna mess with you. Charge you all these fines. Now people getting arrested messing with these condos. Don't ever buy a condo. Don't ever buy a condo. And you know, a lot of people who buy condos are seniors, people with fixed incomes, because it's easier. But if you have a fixed income, you're gonna be screwed. You're gonna be screwed if you buy a condo. Fixed incomes and condos don't go together. I'm letting you know right now, all right? All right, so I'm gonna go. Hope you enjoyed this video. Stay alert. Don't put your money on no house right now. If you do, make sure you get your inspection. Do your research. Don't trust real estate agents. Don't trust lenders, mortgage companies, none of them. Make a good decision. Don't buy high. Always go as low as you can. So if something does pop off, you can afford it. All right. All right, guys. I'm sorry. No, I'm not. I'm good. I don't know why we always apologize in these videos. I ain't apologizing. I said what I said.